Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to talk about the very fundamental, but often confusing topic for everyone who owns or interested in mechanical watches, manual winding and automatic winding. Is it common for your watch to stop after wearing it for a while? Or do you find it a hassle to shake your watch? Don't worry, after watching this video, you'll have a complete understanding of your watch's power source. First, simply put, a mechanical watch doesn't rely on a battery like a quartz watch. It needs us to provide energy for it to run. This energy is stored in a metal strip inside the watch called the mainspring, like a wound-up spring. The process of storing energy in the mainspring is called winding. When the mainspring's energy is depleted, the watch will stop running. The power reserve of a mechanical watch refers to the amount of time the watch can run continuously after the mainspring is fully wound, usually dozens of hours. There are two main types of winding methods for mechanical watches: manual winding and automatic winding. Manual winding, just like winding up an old-fashioned toy, you need to manually and deliberately store energy in the mainspring by turning the watch's crown. When you wear an automatic mechanical watch and move around, it can automatically wind itself using the movement of your wrist. It's like a miniature energy collector, utilizing your kinetic energy. Next, we'll talk in detail about how to manually wind a watch, as well as how to set the time and date. Although the operating methods may vary slightly for different brands and models, the principles are the same. We will use this watch as an example to demonstrate. The crown of this watch is the core of operation. Generally, the crown has several different positions or states corresponding to different functions: winding, adjusting the date, and adjusting the time. Some crowns are screw-down crown, which is to enhance water resistance and need to be unlocked before operation. If your crown is a screw-down type, you must unlock it before performing any operation. Gently turn the crown counterclockwise until it unscrews a little from the case. You can feel the pop it opens. At this time, the crown enters a state where it can rotate freely and be pulled out, which is usually the initial position for manual winding and setting functions. For a screw-down crown, unlock it according to the method just described. For a regular crown, make sure it is in the push-it-in position. This is the position used for manual winding. In this position, turn the crown in a clockwise direction. You will hear a slight, even rustling sound inside, which is the sound of the mainspring being effectively wound. For an automatic mechanical watch that is low on power or just starting, it is recommended to manually wind it 20 to 30 turns. This provides enough starting power for the watch to run normally and begin automatic winding. This will provide about dozens of hours of power reserve. If it is a pure manual mechanical watch, you must stop immediately when you feel obvious resistance when winding, and do not force it, otherwise the mainspring will be damaged. When the watch has completely stopped, or when it has not been worn for several days and the power reserve is insufficient, manual winding is required to wake up it or replenish power. If you wear it every day and have enough activity, automatic winding is usually enough. After manual winding is complete, if you need to adjust the date and time, you need to pull the crown outward to different positions. Gently pull the crown outward to the first notch. This is the position to adjust the date. Turn the crown clockwise or counterclockwise, and you can see the date or day of the week changing. It is generally recommended to avoid adjusting the date between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. to avoid damaging the calendar mechanism. Pull the crown outward to the outermost notch. This is the position to adjust the time. Turn the crown, and you can see the hour and minute hands moving. For greater precision, it is recommended to move the minute hand past the time you want to set, and then move it back to the correct minute mark. After setting the time and date, if it is a screw-down crown, A very important step is to lock it back in place to ensure the watch's water resistance. Gently push the crown inward to the end and turn clockwise at the same time. You will feel the crown rotating and slowly screwing into the case until it is completely flush with no gaps. Be sure to lock it tightly, otherwise the watch will lose its water resistance. Let's talk about automatic winding again. We mentioned earlier that there is a rotor inside an automatic mechanical watch. This rotor is usually a semicircular or full-circle metal with a certain weight. When you wear the watch and move around, due to inertia, this rotor will rotate with the movement of your wrist and the frequency of your walking. The rotation of the rotor through the internal gear system is like a miniature generator, converting your kinetic energy into torque and transferring it to the mainspring to wind the watch. Regarding the winding direction of the rotor, most modern automatic mechanical watches use a bidirectional winding mechanism, meaning that the rotor can effectively wind the mainspring, whether it rotates clockwise or counterclockwise. However, some movement designs use unidirectional winding, such as certain models of Miyota movements. This means that the mainspring can only be wound when the rotor rotates in a specific direction. When rotating in the other direction, the rotor spins freely and does not wind the watch. This is why automatic mechanical watches are called automatic as long as you wear them daily and have a certain amount of activity. They can keep running on their own and usually do not require extra manual winding. Unidirectional winding movements may require more swinging in a specific direction to reach full wind, but normal daily wear activity is usually sufficient to provide the required power. An automatic mechanical watch, when fully wound, can usually provide a power reserve of 40 hours or even longer. This means that even if you take off the watch to sleep, it can usually still run normally when you put it on the next morning. But if you don't wear it for several days, or if your daily activity is very low, the automatic winding energy that the watch gets may not be enough to keep it running, and it will stop after the power reserve is exhausted. In this case, you need to manually wind it to replenish power, or wait for it to slowly recover power through automatic winding after wearing it again. Some people who have multiple automatic watches that they wear in rotation, or who don't wear them for a long time, use a watch winder. This is a device that simulates wrist movement, and when you put the watch in it, it rotates periodically to keep the watch wound, so you don't have to reset the time the next time you wear it. But this is not necessary, just a convenient choice. In general, manual winding and automatic winding are the basic ways for mechanical watches to obtain power. By understanding their principles and mastering the correct operating methods, you can better use and care for your mechanical watch. Manual winding is not difficult, just understand when it is needed and how to operate it correctly. I hope today's video answered your questions about winding watches. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We will continue to bring you more interesting and practical watch knowledge. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.